Good afternoon. I am Ken Florenz, the Senior Director of Product here at Lightpath. I'm joined by my esteemed colleague, Duke Pham, and today we're going to talk about increasing productivity through unified communications. I want to thank everybody for joining another episode of our virtual Lunch and Learn series. Just to get a few logistics out of the way, as we always do, if you have any questions that you'd like to ask during the presentation, there is a Q&A heading up on the top right of the window here, where you can just click on that, enter your message in, and hit send. And during our Q&A session, we will try and answer as many as we can. If we don't get to your questions, we will be sending out responses at the end of the Lunch and Learn to everyone who has attended, so that you'll get an answer to whatever questions we did not get to. In addition, you'll right next to the Q&A heading, you'll see docs, and that's where you'll find any type of collateral with respect to the brochures of our Lightpath UC offering, the overview of it. There's a feature matrix in there, so you can peruse those pieces of, or those articles or those pieces of collateral at your leisure. And if you have any questions that we don't answer today, you can always reach out to your Lightpath account exec and account rep. Alrighty, without any further ado, let's get started. Again, I'm Ken Florenz. I'm the Senior Director of Product here. And as part of the overall charter of our organization, we try to get with businesses to make sure that their offers and their services and their products are the most that they can get out of from a productivity perspective. And in today's world, the ability to communicate with one another has vastly expanded since COVID, obviously. We have hybrid workforces. We have folks across the world that are working in tandem with other colleagues on various different projects and services. So therefore, that communication capability is paramount for folks to be able to perform their job functions and actually get as productive as they can. Duke is going to talk about the offering that we have here at Lightpath and how it overcomes much of those challenges that are out in the workplace today. So when we look at some of the challenges that are out there, we can talk about the lack of updated phone communication capabilities, right? And with that, your staff becomes a bit inefficient. So now you have all these video capabilities that are out there to try and overcome that. But those I'll say hurdles still exist. The remote or in-office hybrid type environment always creates some challenges for folks. That's always an issue for folks to try and overcome from a business perspective, especially when it comes to deadlines and targeted communications out to customers. Your IT staff, how well versed are they at the various different components and capabilities from an infrastructure perspective that they can support and actually overcome hurdles there. And then if you're a business with multiple locations or even a tight budget, right? These are all areas in which businesses are finding challenges. So I think when I turn this over to Duke in 1 second, you're going to find out that we've come up with a tremendous amount of capability within our offering based upon a lot of the feedback that our customers have come to us with, and trying to understand what those challenges are, how we can overcome them, and then make them even more productive. So if you don't mind at this point in time, Duke, you can take it over.
All right, thank you, Ken. Good afternoon all. So we would like to introduce Lightpath Unified Communications, or LPUC, a powerful all-in-one solution that combines 5 essential communication tools into a single platform. Now, it works seamlessly across all internet connected devices, treating the desk phone as just another endpoint rather than the centerpiece of your whole communication experience. Now, with LPUC, you will benefit from a single pane of glass to manage voice, meetings, chat, and collaboration, both internally and externally. So when we talk about the customer experience, we're referring to how your call flows are managed. And as a manager, you have the full control over these flows through a single application. Now, one of LPUC's standout features is LPUC archiving, which we see as your communication insurance policy. While all employees are expected to conduct themselves professionally on company-issued devices and channels, there may be cases where HR or legal needs to audit activity. With LPUC archiving, all of the voice calls, messages, meetings, and even Microsoft Teams chat can be securely stored up to 10 years, meeting compliance needs for regulated industries. Additionally, you can search for keywords such as stock price or launch date to monitor sensitive communications. And finally, LPUC integrates with many popular CRM systems and business applications, helping your teams work more efficiently with fewer clicks and also more streamlined workflows.
And that's one area, right, Duke, that we really expanded when you look at the list of those customers that are out there and those applications where we directly integrate with that have really made a difference with our customers.
Yeah, that's correct. So at Lightpath, we're proud to own and operate our own fiber optic network, a core advantage that sets us apart. When it comes to LPUC, we offer flexibility with two deployment options to suit your business needs, and you can mix and match them as well. So one option is that we provide a fully managed infrastructure for your voice network. We handle the complete installations, offer guaranteed SLAs, and ensure seamless operation from day one. This model is especially popular in the healthcare, education, financial services, and government sectors, where reliability and performance are critical. Now, for those customers who do not require on-site equipment or whose buildings don't yet have Lightpath fiber, the over-the-top solution delivers the same powerful UC experience over any internet connections. It aligns us with all the over-the-top providers out there like Zoom, 8x8, Ring Central, Dialpad, right? Now, we welcome competition. We believe that you deserve the best fit solution. Just be sure to compare apples to apples. LPUC is packed with robust features to match or exceed other platforms. But what truly sets us apart is that the personalized support that you get. You can always reach out directly to your sales rep. Even Ken and myself, we always participate in customers' calls. So in terms of cost, all of us, right, looking for ways to reduce cost. And our companies are constantly striving to do more with fewer resources. So LPUC is built with that in mind, offering a robust, scalable voice platform that empowers users to manage many settings on their own. Now, if you are the admin, our portal gives you access to nearly everything our Lightpath team can do, with the exception of chargeable items, because everybody needs to make money, right? Now, during installations, we will assist in setting up your initial call flow, ensuring a smooth start. Now, all of this translates to reduced strain on your internal staff while giving you the tools to manage growth efficiently and effectively. Now, AI is now deeply integrated into our personal and professional lives, and LPUC is no exception. All of these advanced capabilities are built directly into the LPUC platform, empowering each user to maximize their experience and productivity. Of course, at the end of the day, it's up to each individual to explore these tools and apply them in ways that make their daily workflows more efficient and impactful. Okay. We have talked about LPUC as the 5 communication tools in one. So what does it actually look like in practice? With LPUC, you will get a single unified interface that delivers all of the voice, chat, meetings, and collaboration features that we have discussed. I know that this slide may look a little busy, but that's intentional. We want to showcase the full range of capabilities built into the platform. At the same time, we understand that not every user needs the full suite of features, right? Some customers may prefer a traditional phone experience without collaboration tools, and that's completely fine. We can accommodate those needs as well. To help you compare and choose the right fit, you will also be able to download a feature matrix that outlines the 3 options that we offer, the Express, the Pro, and then also the Teams. Now, I personally have 2 teenage children, and I'm pretty sure they use the mobile phones far more than I do. But it's also a good reminder of how mobile-centric we're living in today. And LPUC includes a mobile application to meet that reality. Now, you may be thinking, well, my school, my office staff doesn't need a mobile app. But I encourage you to think of it as an extension to their office phone, not a replacement. At the very least, users can check their voicemails, manage call forwarding, and stay connected on the go, right? Or what happens if your office loses internet connectivity? And also on a side note, probably will not happen as long as Ken and I are around, because we manage internet as well, right? But even in that rare event, your team can quickly pivot to the LPUC app, mobile app, to ensure no call goes unanswered. And in that sense, the mobile app becomes an additional layer of protection for your voice network, giving your business continuity and flexibility whenever it's needed. Now, if you are using Teams, LPUC Teams is fully integrated with Microsoft Teams. Besides saving $8 per month per user from the Microsoft Teams phones, you will get unlimited calling and all of the features that we discussed. It's truly enhancing your experiences with Microsoft Teams. Now, I would like to quickly touch on contact center, which can be seamlessly integrated with LPUC. Now, for those of you who already know that you need a contact center solution, that part is easy, right? And we got you covered. But for those who might be thinking, we don't need a contact center. Contact center sounds scary. I would encourage you to pause and consider this. How do you want your customers' experience to feel when they call in? Are the calls being answered efficiently? Are they routed to the right people? Are you, as the admin, able to measure and improve how your team is handling those interactions? So those are the questions that you should ask yourselves, and we can of course discuss further and do demos to address your requirements. Now, so we mentioned about archiving earlier, and here's a screenshot to show what it actually looks like. Essentially, all of the communications through LPUC and even Microsoft Teams via LPUC Teams are captured and searchable. So this includes calls, chats, and meetings, giving you a powerful tool for compliance, auditing, or internal reviews. So by default, 30 days of rolling archiving is included at no extra cost. If you need to retain the records for a longer period, anywhere from 1 year to 10 years, those options are available, and the pricing details can be found in the feature matrix. It's to us, we think that it's a great layer of protection and accountability, especially for your organizations in regulated industries, or for those who simply want peace of mind. Before we move to Q&A, I would like to close the presentation with a quick review of our product definitions. This will help provide clarity as you review the feature matrix on your own. Now, if you have any questions about the features or need help determining which option is the best fit, please, you can always reach out. If you are interested in a live demo or a trial licenses, reach out to your sales rep or your customer service managers. We can assist you with that. With that, we can move to the Q&A section.
All righty, let's see what we have here. Hopefully you guys found that pretty informative. And as you can see from the slides that Duke was talking about, as we move to various different environments where we're utilizing Teams more and more often, you're going to see a coalesces with the Lightpath UC product that we put in like no other product you're going to see on the market today. So with that, let's go to some of the questions that came through. Can you attach files for viewing and editing within the mobile extension of the Lightpath UC product?
That's a good question. I kind of put my phone away because I want to focus on the Q&A. But let me test on that one. I believe the short answer is yes. But I just want to double check just to make sure.
Okay. Another one is, what would you see as the best solution for a small business with less than 20 users who want business phones and chat?
Yeah. So Alex, to us, this is like the perfect use case, because the average number of seats or users that Lightpath is selling today is about 25. So 20 is like the perfect, sweet spot. I would recommend the Pro license from the feature matrix. Why? Because it has all of the features, including the business SMS. So that that will help you to communicate not internally among team members, but also externally with customers as well. But at the same time, you can always start small by doing the Express first, which gives you like the basic voice functionality before you can move up to the pros with the collaboration meetings and things like that.
Okay. We have one from Joel Pamo. Can you expound on the idea of spot customer trends?
Yeah.
I,
So yeah. So on the customer trend, meaning that, based on all of the recording and the chats, the AI can suggest that, hey, the market is demanding or calling for, X, Y, and Z features. Of course, that, includes a lot of the feedback or the materials or content that generated from the already text and messages and then meeting recordings and things like that, right? So for example, basically, the AI that we are having is basically Chat GPT in the backend. So today, if you use Chat GPT and then you dump in like a bunch of articles, feedback from various folks, ChatGPT can do like a quick summary that, based on this one, we see that, the new trend for the next car will be, X, Y, and Z.
Thank you, Duke. We have another one here. I think it's a good one. Do you need to purchase any additional Microsoft VoIP licenses per user to integrate with Lightpath UC systems?
So that's a great question because we even need to train our sales folks as well, and we have a dedicated deck just for the team side because it's just like a common topic nowadays, right? But in just like a quick minute, I can discuss this. So for if you want to use Microsoft Teams, there will be 3 steps that you need to do. One is you need to choose the proper license and then the second one is you got to choose the proper license type for like the Office 365 suites. So those first 2 steps belong to you. We have no control over that. Any license types for the first 2 steps that you choose, that will work with LPUC teams. Now the third one is what you can is what we can replace with LPUC teams, right? So for the third one, when it comes to voice, you can pay Microsoft $8 per user per month for the phone's license, and then you still need to go to us or any other providers to buy the calling plan, right? For us, for Lightpath, we call that the direct, calling plan, for Teams, or you can disregard all of that. You don't have to pay Microsoft, the $8 per user per month. Go straight to us for LPUC Pro, for example, and then you got the integration, you got all of the archiving, you got the unlimited minutes of use, and all of the features that we talked about.
Perfect. All right, we got a few more minutes, Duke, and there's a couple of questions rolling in, so we're going to keep going if that's all right.
Yep.
All right. Also, do you get unlimited calling minutes locally within the U.S.?
Yes.
That was an easy one. I figured we could just bang that one out quick, right? All right. Let's see. If a client already has a VoIP provider, I might have missed it, but what if a client already has a VoIP provider? I'm not sure what the question is, if this will work with a different VoIP provider, but I don't think that's how that works.
Yeah, so for Glenn, you can think about us as your voice, over internet provider. Now, if your question is about whether LPUC can integrate with, Zooms or Dialpad or 8x8 or Ring Central, those are, 2 different platforms. We are competing against them for your business.
Okay. And there's a question about survivability or redundancy, right? If there's an internet connection, is there an SBC or gateway on premise that can connect to? In other words, POTS lines, or is there any kind of resiliency built in when a customer buys our Lightpath UC product?
So I believe this is regarding the backend to ensure that the call flow will not be interrupted if the primary internet connections goes down. I believe that is
Yep.
uh, the question. So if so, yes, we are working on a product to do just that. We're going to call that the voice transport resiliency product. So in the quick 3 second drawing in your mind, LPUC is kind of like the cloud-based front end for our voice. In the back end, we have our SBC platform handling all of the calls, routing all of the calls and things like that. So if you utilize the managed infrastructure solution from us, we do a dedicated voice circuit to empower that. If you do the over the top solution, it could be the transport side could be from Lightpath, or the transport side could be from CrowdPass or Zayo or other folks. So for the managed solution, we can do another internet connectivity, or you can get it from another vendor, and we can do the failover for the voice flows.
And what I'll jump in there, Duke, too, right? This really is a Lightpath UC communication type lunch and learn. But when we start interfacing with you as customers, we will find out what your requirements are. And for example, let's say you said I needed to have some form of resiliency at the internet layer so that when I purchase these applications, how do I do that? Our sales engineers, our account execs will sit down and draw out what that looks like so that it meets your requirements, so that maybe we put a FlexNet solution in place, or we do some form of voice resiliency configuration that allows for that requirement to be met. That's why we like that consultative approach at Lightpath, where we can sit down at a table, draw out what you tell us what your requirements are, we draw out the solution, we all come to agreement on how that works, and then you satisfy all of those requirements.
Yep.
All right. I think we'll do one more, Duke, and then I think we're at time. Let's see. Calling minutes, we did that one. Is this a direct connect? I'm thinking that they're probably talking about Teams, right? With the Teams operator piece.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. He wrote yes. Okay, so he's talking, is Teams direct connect?
Direct connect in terms of, I
think I can, right? So we have our Teams direct routing product, right? For those folks that just want to stay with Teams and not utilize the unified communications service on that. Within this, it is very much like a Teams direct routing, but it's embedded within the Lightpath UC platform, right? That utilizes our minutes of use plan on this application, utilizing your licenses, as Duke was mentioning before, whether it's a E3 license or any one of the others. You agree with that, Duke, or did I?
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so I think we are toward the end of the hour or the half hour here. So we will make sure to email you back with the answers. We have your email addresses, and feel free to send any additional questions to us, and we hope to earn your business one day. And appreciate your time.
Thank you all again. And as I always sign off, a nice little good dad joke. Why does Yoda have a green thumb? I messed it up. Why is Yoda a good gardener? Because he has a green thumb. Have a good day, everybody. Take care.